had to post that. The reason I knew that it wasn't white people that were being racist in my chat, and I knew it was Latinos, is because white people are asleep right now. White people are asleep, or they're working, or they're doing something for self. Like only time white people call you an N-word is if you interrupt their day. You know what I mean? It's only if you interrupt a white person's day, or you go and you know, or you go and or you're like harassing them or something, then white people call you an N-word. But the only people that go out of their way to be racist is Latino people, really, and people from other countries, because they don't have anything else to do. They do that shit for like entertainment. I guess it's because they're so poor and they don't have anything else to do, or because their country is so colonized and they've been so programmed to just hurt each other all day. But that's why I stay to myself, and I don't deal with no people from like other countries unless I really, really know you. Like, I gotta know you to really deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I go to high class, high end stores. So like, if they do some racist shit there, like, I'm gonna have a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really give people the opportunity to be racist to me, because I don't interrupt people's days. I don't interrupt the white people in their days, because, you know, white people are serious about what they're doing whenever they're doing it and whatever they're doing. They're serious and they don't want to be interrupted, ever. So I don't really interrupt white people in their days, so they don't have the chance to call me a nigger. Latinos, I don't hang out with them. I don't see none ever. I don't go to their spaces. I don't go to their stores. I might see them at the gas station. I might see them shopping in the grocery store. But I don't live in their communities. I live in a FBA community around FBAs. And FBAs, we like white people. We mind our business. We don't want you interrupting our day. We don't want our day interrupted. We're minding our fucking business. We're doing what we have to do. And, you know. But yeah, like, I knew that guy was a foreigner. Like, I knew he was a foreigner. And I knew he was a Latino because only Latinos call black people monkeys. Like white people might do it, but they don't go out of their way to do it. They don't go in your chat at like 6 a.m. at night, 6 a.m. in the morning, and be like, oh, here's a black person. Let me call her a nigger and a monkey. Nah, they don't do that. Like, white people got shit to do. They're very particular about their time. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to become something in life. They're trying to make some money. Not all of them, but a majority of them. And Latino people, they're usually like that too. At least the older Latino men. Maybe the young Latino men, the ones that are growing up in this country, they're probably not like the older Latino men that come from their country, who went through like hardship, you know what I mean? And so they got to America and built a good life, and then they sent their Latino kids to these schools, and probably the Latino kids got called the N-word by some white person. And then, you know, that crushed their spirit, it crushed their life or whatever. And now they're mad at all black people. But with all that being said, yeah, black people, we mind our damn business. We're not, we operate just like the white people. We mind our business, and we want to make our money, we want to pay our bills, and we want to take care of our families. Majority. You know, we got young weed heads, but it's, you know, they're not a problem really. But the racism comes from, like, the Latino racism It's a very, and Middle Easterners too. And I think that's because they were subjugated too. They were hung from trees too. You know what I mean? The Spaniards went into Latin America, went into South America, and decimated it, and hung their indigenous people from trees, and called those indigenous people monkeys, and took away their indigenous languages. You know what I mean? And raped their women. So when that happened to the Latino people, hey Mark, no, I'm here, man, I'm here. I had some racist Latino people in my chat earlier, and I'm just explaining why they're so hurt, because they were colonized and they were called monkeys and the N-word, and they're still hurt about it. But I know that white people and black people, we put that stuff, we put that, see, like, here's another one. We put that stuff to the side, you know what I mean? Like, black people, we mind our business. Black people, we go to work, we get our money. White people, they get their money, they go to work. You know what I mean? But these other people, like the Latinos, the Caribbeans, the Middle Easterners, they come here and they're mad when they come here because they don't want to, because I guess they're the N-word too, you know? They had to come to an N-word country to be around N-words, you know what I mean? They couldn't make it in their land, and they were you were called N-words in your land, because in your land, if you had to come here, that means you were poor in your country and you couldn't make it there. And if you were poor in your country, that means you were an N-word. I'm gonna keep it 100. You know, and you come here, you're mad at me because I'm on my live. I know if you hate them, why don't you go out there and do something about it? Why you gotta be in my chat? Why don't you go to your job and find the biggest, toughest N-word man and go to him and say, I hate you. You won't do that because he'll probably he's gonna get you, man. He's gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? I know. The KKK, we're not really worried about the KKK anymore. But the KKK do still exist. And I know it's prominent people, you know what I mean? Like doctors and lawyers and judges. Those are the KKK members. That's why they cover up their masses. Not all of them, but that's why they cover up their faces. But we don't care about y'all because black people are so strong and we're so loving and we're so great and we're so giving, and the earth loves us and God loves us. And you know what? A lot of white people love us, a lot of Latino people love us, a lot of Middle Eastern people love us, a lot of Indian people love us, a lot of Pacific Islanders love us, a lot of Caribbean people love us. Everybody loves N-words. So we're not scared of you KKK members because you're not the majority anymore. And we're not scared of you racist Latinos because you're not the majority either. You're just scared, weak little boys who couldn't make it. You couldn't get the girl you wanted. You couldn't go and get her and put her in a nice house and be a family man and pay all the bills and come home and have good sex with your wife. You couldn't do that. You were a failure. You're in your mom's basement. And the only bit of happiness you can get is being like, you're an N-word. I hate N-words. KKK. KKK. I hate N-words. Why do you hate N-words? Because they're N-words. But what did they do? They're being N-words. But you already conquered Latin America and you conquered the Caribbean and all those countries. Why are you still mad? Because those N-words are still here. And when I go out in the sun burns my skin and I get really, really, really red and it hurts me so bad. But the black people go in the sun and they don't burn, man. They don't burn, man. They just look beautiful in the sun and they glisten in the sun, and the sweat on their skin makes them look like shiny statues, man. And they're strong and they're tall and they got big booties, man, and I don't like it. I hate N-words. Racists always seem to be the broke, uneducated, simple-minded people. Yes. Because, and let me tell you why. Because, and this probably isn't even a white person. Like I was saying, like, white people aren't even racist anymore. The only time a white person will call you an N-word is if you are like, you go up to his house and you knock on his door and you interrupt his evening. You know what I mean? Like, he's at home, he probably worked a long ass day. Or they might call you an N-word if you know, you cut him off in traffic, or you know, you're barbecuing in a park you're not supposed to be barbecuing in, or you're smoking weed somewhere you're not supposed to be smoking weed, or you got your music loud as hell and he had a bad day. And that's the only time white people call you an N-word. But when they go out of their way and go into your chat room, when they follow you online, and every time you turn on your live, they're calling you an N-word, they're stalking you, that is a person probably from Latin America. Possibly. Or LGBTQ. Or a Democrat. Or a liberal. A mad liberal trying to disguise himself as a racist. But I would never, but like a Republican white person, they're getting that fucking money, man. They own oil rigs. They own like fucking big corporations that make billions of dollars, millions of dollars. They're not in your fucking chat, man. These are the low level people, man. These are the, I mean, he might be getting paid for this, and if so, not much. Trust me, he's not getting paid much. He's probably getting $1, hopefully not a minute, because I'm gonna be on here for about 20 minutes, so he's gonna make like $20. But you know, to wait for me to come online all the time, like all day, and it's always the same person. So that's how I know it has to be somebody from one of these Caribbean countries, somebody who's at home, sitting at home all day. You know what I mean? And then like, how are you getting paid for this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you get out of this? Like, what satisfaction do you get out of this? Like, I'd rather be working out or making a healthy meal or having sex or fucking, you know, doing some normal people shit. Not in somebody's fucking chat calling a fucking N-word, man. That's fucking lame, bro. Look, and if it is, and I'm just saying, and I don't hate Latinos, because I love Latinos. I know some good Latino people. I've dated some Latino guys. So I don't hate Latinos, but I do know that they can become racist, and they are racist because when the Spaniards, now first of all, Spaniards, they're heavily inbred. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. Your royalty was inbred. They were very inbred. That's why they had them long ass foreheads and them long ass noses. And when they went to South America, they called the indigenous people there monkeys, the N-word, you know, low life, decimated them, killed them, raped their women. Same thing they did, you know, to the indigenous people here and everything like that. And, you know, and I ain't blaming the white people and the Spanish people for doing that shit, because you did that shit because you wanted some money, you wanted some land, and you wanted your families to live good. You know what I'm saying? another person can't get mad. And you guys got colonized. And the Latino mind is, not all Latinos, but the Latino mind is so colonized that they have adopted those ways into their psyche. If they see a black person, the first thing they can think of is just to say the N-word. And also, I want you to go and watch some novellas and see how these people, and put the subtitles on English so you can see how these people interact with their families and with on novellas. Because I know you're saying, oh, that's just TV, but Days of Our Lives is like an American soap opera, and soap operas are like fucking everyday life, right? So these people, or at least is telling people what everyday life should be like. These novellas are super fucking toxic, bro. The women, they're trying to trap a man to get some money. The men, they're trying to have sex, which is normal. But the women are toxic as fuck, like that. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to say this to all Spanish women, because I know there's some good Spanish women out there. Like, I've met some Spanish women out there that held me down. They was real as fuck. But the women were out there was toxic as hell. They were like, it was this one girl talking to this other girl, and she was talking to she was talking to a guy, and she was just laughing like, ha ha ha, maybe you could because she was talking about his wife. Like, he had a wife, right? But he I don't know if he was I can't remember if he was trying to talk to this younger girl, or if this younger girl was his sister. I can't remember. But she was like laughing and saying, maybe your wife, maybe you can get her institutionalized or get her committed, and like, maybe you can drive her so crazy with love that you can get her like committed or institutionalized. And when I was seeing that, and just seeing a woman laughing about that, because women are supposed to be for other women, man. Women are supposed to, well, and we know women aren't, but I'm just saying, like, at least on TV, you're supposed to show women sticking together. And this girl is laughing at this older woman, husband cheating on her and about to get her institutionalized. And I'm just like, God damn, these motherfuckers are toxic as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because my family's Catholic, you know what I'm saying? And my grandmother, she lived by the Bible, like, to the T. Not her whole life, but there was a point in her life where she was just like, I'm just going to live by this Bible, and I'm going to be a good person. And that's the point where I knew my grandmother. I didn't know I heard about it, but I didn't see my old grandma doing no crazy shit. So, anyway, yeah, you see that? That shit is weird, right, Ahmed? But I let it go. My grandmother was a good person to the T, you know what I mean? And she showed me, like, okay, but then again, my grandma was kind of selfish too. Like, I remember times when she was selfish, but she tried to live by the Bible, you know what I mean? And I don't never remember her. The only reason I say she was selfish is because she brought another man to my grandfather's funeral, you know what I mean? And then that kind of made my family kind of mad. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, Ahmed, thank you for coming in my chat. How you doing? I'm doing good, man. Just chilling. So yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm not addressing anything in the chat because you'll be addressing that shit all day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the only child. I wasn't fighting with a sibling all day. I know some people had a lot of siblings and all they did was fight. So they think that shit is love. Nah, I was the only child, so I was getting spoiled. and treated good. So I think that's love. You feel me? And I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. I always have. And when but sometimes I get toxic too, you know what I mean? Like I want to have a little fun and tease people and stuff, because teasing is fun. Teasing is fun sometimes. Thank you, Amanda. You have a great day too, my dear. Love to see you coming in here. I'm up early this morning. But teasing is fun. But I mean, when you're the only child, some people can, like, when you have a lot of siblings, you can fight all day with other people. But when you're the only child, you be like, all right, nigga, go ahead with that shit. A nigga finna chill out for a little bit, look at my phone, eat some snacks, you know what I'm saying, vibe. You know what I'm saying? Try to make some money. Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you for coming in here and, flexing that masculinity, man. And that, that's one thing too, like, people say, black women shouldn't date outside their race. But sometimes, a man outside your race, he can sometimes he can protect you in ways that other men can't. Wish you more success on your channel. Keep it up. Thank you. Sometimes men of other races can just give you something that the men of your race can't give you. You know what I mean? So black women, don't explore all options. Explore all your options. You got options out here. You know what I mean? And, like, you know what? I know earlier I said wealthy men, wealthy men, wealthy men. But you know what else is even sexier than a wealthy man? A masculine man. A man that speaks up. A man that protects. A man that's not scared to speak up for his, not his woman, but any woman. That's even hotter than wealth. I'm gonna keep it 100. Yes, we're all one race at the end of the day. I believe the same thing too. And we're gonna be all one race, like, in the future too. Like, everybody's gonna be one color. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a tan. We're all gonna be tan. And right? We're all gonna be tan in the future. Not mixed, but tan. I went to sleep early, guys. I went to sleep at like 8 o'clock. So I woke up early, like 5 a.m. And then when I woke up, my kids were making cheeseburgers. And I was like, oh, man. Because they like to cook. You know what I mean? They like to cook when I'm sleeping shit. Scared me. But I woke up. I always wake up. Like, I'm always waking up at different times, checking up on everybody, seeing what the hell's going on around here. But, yeah, they made cheeseburgers. I didn't get a cheeseburger, guys. But I did make a chickpea salad sandwich. Remember I told you guys I was going to make that? I made it. It was really good. Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you. You're so sweet. I love when you come and visit me in my chat, dear. I don't have any wealthy friends. I saw you ask me that earlier. I don't have any, not any single ones. I used to have 2 wealthy friends, but they're taken now. They're taken. Yeah, we should time them out in the sun, man. What you being racist for? I think they're racist because they're not getting any. They gotta go get some, just go get some. You won't even think about race anymore. Once you get you some, race. Once you start having good sex, not casual sex, but good sex, it's gonna make you just think about one thing. What do I need to do it again? You know what I mean? And then that's when your life just comes together. You go to work, you buy your house, you get your car, you get your life together. You know what I'm saying? You're crazy. You're crazy, Ahmad. Is that your full name, Ahmad Atif Ali? Did I say it right? Ahmad Atif Ali. Any Trump? Don't know any Trumps? No. Any Trump news? I know I haven't been listening to Trump news. I've been working out, man. I've been working out. I'm gonna show you guys my gains. I'm gonna put on like some jeans, cause I've been doing like heavy workouts. No hiding for you? Aww. I know, Ahmad, you're pretty tough guy, man. You're a pretty tough guy. That's why you got the hat backwards, huh? Is that a backwards hat? Oh, Kai Trump. Oh, his granddaughter? That's his granddaughter, ain't it? He has a pretty granddaughter. I don't watch her, though. I've seen her a couple times on social media. I don't watch her. That's weird for me to be watching her. But I keep up with her, though. Like, I know she's in University of Miami, and that's good. She's in college. I'm proud of her. Kai Trump is black? What? No, she not. When I look at her, something about her does look kind of black. Well, something about her doesn't look black, but when I look at her for a while, like I'm looking for something, but but now I see I didn't know she was black. I gotta Google that. Who's black? What? How much black is she? Like a quadroon, like 1/4? Like 1/4? Which means like her mama's half black and then her dad's white, or her dad's half black and her mama's white. I like to think Trumps are not. Trumps aren't racist. I don't know about his whole family, but I know Trump isn't racist, and I feel like his daughters aren't racist. And I don't think his sons are racist either, because his son, he seems, he's in a happy marriage. He don't seem like a. Now she's black from the son. What? I gotta see this. What you talking about, man? But I know Donald Trump's not racist because he hangs out with a lot of black people in the celebrity life, like Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Like, he loves Mike Tyson. I like Mike Tyson too. He's real. We all go through stuff. We all, we do our crime, we do our time. She's tan. Yeah, she is tan. She's tan. Yeah. Yeah, we might all maybe like that. I was thinking maybe a tad bit darker. We'd all be a tad bit darker. Like, let me think. Like, who's darker? I don't know. Maybe we'll all be like this, but just like be one people and be happy and not be like jerks, Everybody be themselves. But I think I'm gonna wake up, guys, and I'm gonna go for a little walk this morning. Trevor moves, stews. Yeah, we'll all be like how we are, just calmer. You know what I mean? Like if I piss you off, like I cut you off in traffic and you call me the N-word, okay, granted, understood, my fault. Oh, thank you, Trevor. Have I ever worked in the White House? No. That'd be cool though, to work in the White House. Honestly, hey, I was looking online and they were looking for Secret Service agents, and all you need is a bachelor's degree. I got a law degree. I got more than that. So I could be thank you. I could be a Secret Service agent. Like, I was going to be one too, because I know I would be in there researching, finding people. I'm going to find them, But then I was like, I want to raise my kids, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing a really good job with my kids. Like, my son, like, he's 12 years old, and he's so sweet. He curses, though. I'm trying to help him stop cursing. Ahmad is just sweet. Thank you, Ahmad. I'm gonna get out of here because you're making me blush, man. Peace out.